Hi, welcome to our video. I'm Jennifer Roberts. This is my Theodore Roberts, 5 years old. So we're giving you the invitation for the energies of today via tarot, the ancient art of tarot. So in the past position, and thankfully it's the past position because many people have been feeling this way, we have the bit chaotic today, the 5 of Cups. So there's a lot of people been feeling this, that, you know, this energy of concentrating on the 3 cups spilled here in the card, being very solemn, very desperate, very low, and the 2 of Cups behind. I'm feeling a lot of people have gotten away from themselves. Routine has gotten away from themselves, in that life has felt a little bit chaotic and cups have spilt over in this past position. And, you know, once one cup's gone, the other cup's gone, and it's been a little bit of a whirlwind of a downward cycle. So, you know, but there are these 2 cups remaining behind this person this whole time, that they just need to turn around and take a glance at and concentrate more on that aspect of their life, an aspect of their life that would work so much better, be so much more harmonious and so much happier. So to clarify that card, we got the 8 of Swords. So this desperate feeling, this destitute feeling, thoughts going round in cycles, repeating thoughts, feeling trapped, real despair, feeling the fact that the past has come back to haunt you, or, you know, you regretting decisions that you either made or didn't make, and that's been the feeling, the crust of not feeling good, of feeling this despair, feeling this trapped, imprisoned feeling. But thankfully, like I said before, this is in the past position, and it seems like a lot of you have been working through that and correcting that, and turning around and looking at these 2 of Cups that are upright, which is great. So the present position, we have this 7 of Wands, the 7 of Fire. So we have this feeling of we're being watched, we're being recognized, by some that, you know, are supporting us and really igniting our fire and helping us along, but by others there are this underlying energy of jealousy, and maybe this underlying energy of the type of people that helped you spill over and helped you concentrate on the 3 spilled cups in the previous position, and maybe feeling happier when you have been down on your luck or trapped in thoughts, feeling more comfortable with that rather than seeing you exalted and seeing you in your absolute divinity and sovereignty. So, you know, there's been recognition of that because you've taken the time out in this past position to look at that and to clarify this 7 of Rods. You have the Ace of Swords. So this real clarity of thought, balanced thoughts, new beginnings.
Isn't it upside down?
Yeah, no, it's not upside down, baby. Beginning of victory. You know, this you've won, and really the reason you've won is because it hasn't been a physical battle. It hasn't been something that has been, you know, more outward. It's been more a case of, we'll get it in a sec. You grab that then. It's been more a case of, you know, you've taken yourself out of this thought cycle. You've taken yourself out of this self-imprisonment and looked above it and just changed your perspective. And for as long as a time it felt so hard to do that in this past position, you've actually taken, you know, the higher road, like this bird in the sky, this Ace of Swords. You've looked at it from the higher position, you've looked at it from all angles, and all it took was a change in your perception, a change in your thought pattern, a change in the way that you saw yourself, and suddenly there's this feeling of the people that maybe haven't been supporting you, have been maybe looking like they've been supporting you, friends but not really friends, you know, that actually spurs you on now, that actually gives you this fire to carry on with this clarity of thought. So that's a great position to be in. And while there's this jealousy, while there's this underlying sabotage feeling, there's also this feeling of victory. Like I said, remember that word victory over any oppressions, whether that's oppressions of your own thought system or oppressions of others that are trying to put that on you. It actually has caused you to level up and think, right, okay, enough is enough. I've had enough now. I'm going to move on with this new clarity of thought, regardless of what's going on around me, regardless of what's being said around me. I'm going to do what I need to do. The future position is the Lover's card, Major Arcana, clarified by another huge Major Arcana, the Justice card. So there's real growth here in this card that's been happening. And again, because of sometimes our darkest hour is our greatest opportunity for growth, inspiration and knowledge and self-knowledge, awareness of self. There's a real decision being made here, whether that's a contract within self. What, darling?
When I was in your video before.
No. So real contract, whether that's a real contract with self, you know, of new aspirations, new beginnings, a covenant within the self with the divine feminine and the divine masculine within, or whether that represents a decision to go forward with somebody else in your life in a relationship, maybe, whether that's friendship or lovers, relationship, but there's a real attraction here of karmic beginnings, karmic, you know, the decisions that you make are bringing in, they're attracting in the energy that you make those decisions in. So make these decisions for yourself and for yourself only. This represents, this card is huge, it's the 6, and it represents the connective tissue of the whole universe, how everything is connected to everything. And the decisions that are made within the energy of this card have an effect. There is a cause and effect in this card. So there's wise decisions that need to be made of how you go forward in your life with intent and purpose. So take that on board with this card. This one that Theodore's holding up, oh, it wants to jump away, doesn't it? Is the Justice card. So an emphasis on karmic energies coming in, you know, karma being paid. So the actions that you've taken, the decisions that you've made, attracting in the same energy, but more so. Also new beginnings, endings of the old, a balancing of the scales, so to speak. And because you have, you know, changed your perception, changed your thought pattern into this new clarity of thought, you're making clear and intentional decisions. So it's a great reading. It's great that we're moving past as a collective this 5 of Cups feeling, this despair. It's great that we're getting untrapped from this 8 of Swords feeling, this cycle of repetitive thoughts, this thought pattern that was self-destructive. It's great that we have got this new clarity of thought in this Ace of Swords, so that even when we have people who want to oppress us, who want to keep us in a certain position that isn't good for us, it actually doesn't affect us the way it used to. So it's a huge growth in that area of life also. And then bringing in this Lover's card, realizing the connection to everything, realizing that you have a right to make decisions for you and you only. And you can make that union within self of the divine feminine and the divine masculine to help you in your foresight and your foreknowing when you're making those decisions. And then it's great also that the Justice card comes in. This energy of justice, this sword of truth, the scales being balanced out, calling forth the karmic law and just knowing that the universe is there with that opportunity for that balancing of the scales and the sword of truth. Just this Justice card has absolute equality. I don't feel it ever differentiates between good and evil. It just attracts and brings in whatever you've put out. So it really does give us this feeling of authority, but yet this feeling of being diligent and being discerning as to what we put out, because ultimately it will come back to us. So make those clear decisions, make those intentional decisions, and make them for the greater good and for your inner good. What have you got to tell everyone?
When you turn this upside down, and we're like our eyes still looks like normal like this.
Yeah, it does. So Theodore's saying when on the back of the card it has this all-seeing eye in the middle, and when you turn it either upside down or the right way up, this eye stays the same. So actually that talks about what I was just talking about. Well done, Theodore. Of, you know, there's no differentiation with this card. There's no I don't feel even judgment with this card. It's just the fact of the universe works in a way of the law of attraction, cause and effect. So it just brings back to you more of what you put out, whether you're upside down or the right way up.
We're not downstairs right now in the room doing videos.
Yes, we're upstairs right now, not downstairs right now doing the videos, yes. So that was a really good point, Theodore. High five. Respect. So I hope you enjoyed the daily energy reading via tarot from myself and from, what's your name? Theodore, little teddy bear. And we'll see you again tomorrow, or maybe later on today if I get called upon to do another reading for the collective, to just put it out there. If you would like a personal reading from me, get in touch with me.
Subscribe to this video
You need to
and press the like button.
Yes, well done. High five again, my boy. Respect. So if you would like a personal reading from me, go to much cuteness. Go to any of the contact details either in the information box above or below, depending on where you're catching this video, either on my YouTube channel True Divine 44 or my Facebook page True Divine 44. We can also do some energy work. Energy work's great, isn't it? Getting that energy working for you, not against you, within you, and learning how to draw in the abundant energy, that prana around you that is abundantly around you all of the time, and much more.
Press the thumbs up.
And press the thumbs up. Yeah, thumbs up. My boy, you're on fire today. Thank you very much. Much love. Be balanced and be whole. Mwah.
And if you got this card, like if you turn it upside down, it actually looks like normal.
That's right. High five. Yeah. Good one. Good note to end on. Respect.